hopefully this video doesn't glitch on me again, so fingers crossed. We're reacting to the Little Western Rescue. Let's get going.
14XX tank engine, who works on Doug's branch line with his two auto coaches, Dulcie and Isabel, and brake van Toad. Before becoming part of the Northwestern Fleet, Oliver was rescued by Douglas. He'd made a narrow escape from his small line on the other railway, which had been in the process of modernization. A few years had passed now, and Oliver had become used to the life in Sodor, but was still grateful to all who had helped him reach safety.
I don't know why.
At the shed one day, the Fat Controller arrived just as the engines were about to head off to work.
Yeah, it's your turn!
As all of you know, a film crew were here last month making a documentary on the railway.
I hope they got my good side.
As I was saying, the documentary has now been released on TV and video just this morning.
Does that mean thousands of people are going to be able to see my interview?
Yes, Thomas.
Past my buffers. We're going to be famous.
We're already famous. We've had books written about us, remember? Well, I'm famous anyway.
Can I punch Gordon, please? I'm sorry, can I punch Gordon?
All of the engines whistled happily. They weren't used to being on TV.
Show more Donald and Douglas! We need more Donald and Douglas. Okay, we're gonna skip the intro.
Pilot, and now is
Oh, sorry.
Unlikely that's...
I thought that was an intro. I'm sorry.
Railway. A steam heritage site or main line, you might ask. The railways that serve the Isle of Sodor are now the only ones that still use steam as a primary form of traction, after British Railways modernised their stock in honour of diesel and electric. Some of the top of...
Wait. Hold on. I recognize that engine. Seems familiar. It can't be. There's plenty of 14XX engines around. Unlikely that's the one I'm thinking of.
Their stock in honour of diesel and electric. Some of the top of hat, control of the railway's engines, have been on the line since its earliest days. Like this one, for example, number 1, the well-known Thomas the Tank engine. Well, I was built in Brighton at the turn of the century, but I've worked here all my life. First as station pilot, and now as main engine on the Farquhar branch. It's the most important part of the whole network, and I'm relied on to be the most useful I can be for my passengers. However, unlike Thomas, some engines have only lived on the island for a few years, after being salvaged from the modernised mainland. Engines such as numbers 9 and 10, Donald and Douglas, who used to be numbered 5, 7, 6, 4, 6, and 7.
Donald and Douglas are my second and third favorite, because they're separate engines. But Emily's my number 1. Donald and Douglas are 2 and 3.
Also, engines like XBR number 1436, Oliver, who arrived complete with Great Western Autocoach and 20-ton brake van.
X number 1436? No wonder I recognize him. That's my engine. He was meant to be scrapped. How could he have survived? That's it. I'm heading back to Sodor. Getting back the engine that's rightfully mine. He'll be worth a fortune in scrap value.
Oh, no! Okay, now we're skipping the intro, but it's like...
Yes, Edward, I have.
I'm not liking this! I'm not liking this! What? No! No! Oh, I'm sorry, Kitty. Did I freak you out? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. You go lie down, okay? I'm sorry, Kitty. I didn't mean to freak you out. I gotta close my door because, yeah, but no, they can't take Oliver and scrap him! Yeah, Kitty, they can't take Oliver and scrap him. That's right, they can't take him. My cat agrees with me. No!
I'm glad too.
Yeah,
it's strange
Kitty,
how so many
no!
people take an interest in steam engines, even when most of them have been
That's right,
sent for
Kitty.
scrap.
No.
We're getting more attention from enthusiasts than ever.
Speaking of attention, look at that.
Gordon looks furious.
The engine sat at the platform confused as the big blue engine pulled sharply into the station.
What's up, Gordon? Got intimidated by the other railway diesels again?
Intimidated, yes, but not by any diesel. This stupid passenger on board my train said steam engines were
Stop,
outdated.
we're not doing this today.
Only really useful for the scrap pile. I'll show him what's outdated. No diesel will be able to match my speed.
Hey, stop it. Oh, please tell me they're not gonna scrap Oliver! I wish I could just fast forward this and get right to the point! Oliver! Y'all think I might be ridiculous, but I'm not! They can't scrap him! It's Oliver!
Wow. What would make someone say things like that to us? Must be someone with a grudge against steam, I suppose.
Probably. You can't please everyone, young Oliver. You'll learn that with time. Anyways,
I'm sorry, I don't like how this Edward looks. I like the other
you
Edward,
best be
but
off. Your
you know
signal is
what?
clear
Beggars
now.
can't be choosers.
See you later.
Oh no, Oliver! You should have never made that documentary! What?
You're in a good mood,
I'm
aren't
making
you?
a YouTube
Why the fat
video.
face?
What's your tone, little Thomas? You don't know what my
Yes,
day's been
Malachi, just
like.
close the door,
Anyways,
please. I gotta make this done.
that's who's made me cross.
If
Yeah,
it
I know,
isn't
just
the
keep it closed a
well-known
little bit, though.
child's truly terrible
It's like
toy
with you when you
train
have your
Thomas
nap.
the Tank Engine. Still working on the railway as if they were running a museum. This place has serious problems.
Well, excuse me, sir. That's quite rude, don't you think? I've only just met you and...
It was meant to be rude. If I don't put you conceited death traps in your place, then I doubt anyone else will.
What?
Now, will one of you two show me to your controller's office? I'm due a meeting with him urgently.
Hesitantly, the two showed him over to the office where the Fat Controller was eating
No,
his lunch.
don't
He
take
passed in the door
Oliver!
unexpectedly and interrupted the Fat Controller devouring a cream cake.
Oh my. Good morning, sir.
I don't like
I'm
this!
afraid you've caught me at a bad time. Could you come back later?
Bad time or not, I'm afraid this is a matter I need to attend to now. I'm inquiring about your number 11, Oliver.
Yes, okay. Are you a Great Western fan then? I prefer the old LMS myself. I was a good friend of Sir William Stanier.
You could say I'm a fan, actually. Young Oliver used to, and legally, is a part of my fleet. He worked under my jurisdiction on a private branch of British Railways, and today I've come to claim him back.
So, you're a controller too? Well, I'm afraid I can't help you, sir. He's not for sale. A few years back, he showed up at our works redeeming his salvation, shall we say. Under my jurisdictions, he's staying on this railway.
What do you think they're arguing about, Gordon? They sound pretty annoyed.
Don't know. Maybe he's not paid for his order of fast food burgers.
I don't care if he's for sale or not. You stole him from me, and now I've come to take him back. When he arrived here, along with auto coach and brake van, this railway signed no legal documents to say that he was legally bought. I'd give up now, Topham. You don't want me to get the authorities involved now, do you?
Don't give him to him!
In a complimentary postcard.
Morgana!
On the little
Sorry, it's my
Western.
cat.
You're
Give me a
kidding.
minute, guys. Morgana's being stupid. Morgana, stop it! Get out of here! That cat is always chewing up my stuff. I had to stop her from chewing up something.
Me, right?
Security, I have a drunk passenger in my office. Could you send for someone to take him away immediately?
He's really not...
What was that about, sir? May I ask?
Don't worry, Thomas. Just a wacky railway enthusiast hoping to buy an engine for free. No chance of that. Now, James, I need a lift up to Kildane, if you please.
No
He
problem,
needs to
sir.
take
This
that
train's due to
I'm
stop
sorry,
there anyway.
I'm sorry. He needs to take that seriously. This guy is gonna scrap Oliver.
I'll get you there.
I don't like this. Is no one gonna take
James's
this
brake coach
seriously?
had not left the shelter of the platform before there was a commotion at the booking office. The manager came running up the platform.
Where's he gone?
Who?
Your Your controller, idiot. Where's he gone? I hadn't finished with him yet.
Well, he said he was heading up to Kildane on the 10 to 3.
Do you know if it stops anywhere else?
James said it stops at Wellsworth, but I don't know where else. You know, you'd probably be better talking to the booking clerk about this. Oh, you've gone.
How is no one taking this seriously? I don't like this one. So far, I'm not liking this one.
They had a perfect run up until halfway. Crisp, bright air surrounded the countryside of Sodor, and James kept up a good speed all the way. And it was only a matter of time before they coasted into Wellsworth Station.
I'm not liking this. I'm sorry.
Things
I
started
hate
to happen
this right
all
now.
at once as James rolled to a stop. Half a dozen policemen stood waiting on the platform
Oh,
and
no!
halted anyone who got off the train. The fat controller clambered down, annoyed.
Something wrong, officers?
Yes, sir, I'm afraid there is. Would you happen to be Sir Topham Hatt?
No, I'm Pat the postman. Who else would I be?
Sorry, sir, but your name has been accused of theft of railway property. If I find reason to believe this, I shall have to take you under arrest.
Theft of railway property? I own a railway, sir. I don't think I'd be stealing anything around here.
We were caught saying you've acquired a vintage steam vehicle over the past 5 years illegally. Would this be true, sir?
Questioning took some time, and the train had to be sent away.
I'm sorry, but I hate this one right now. I really hate this.
But Edward, who had overheard the conversation, was worried. Once everything was cleared up, the fat controller strolled over to him.
What was all that about, sir? If you, excuse me for asking.
I don't mind you asking. At least you're an engine I know will believe me. Someone has accused me of stealing Oliver from the other railway, and I think I have a good mind to guess who it is. This ex-manager from the other railway asked me earlier if he can claim him back.
But you refused.
Of course I refuse. I'll never sell any of my engines off. You've lived and worked here longer than I have books being written about you, lasted 2 world wars, and lived to tell the tale.
I'm sorry, but I'm not liking this one right now. I'm really worried for Oliver.
It's going to be costly to keep you all in service, I can tell, but it'll be worth it.
I don't know why
I'm
this
glad
one
to
got
hear it,
recommended
sir.
to me, but
And
so far I
thank you.
hate it.
We're very grateful to have a controller who
Like,
understands.
Green Ninja Lloyd, don't get me wrong, I love your recommendations, but so far I'm not liking this one. I'm really not liking this one. Please don't take offense. I hope I'm not offending you, but right now I hate this one right now. I hate this right
I can't imagine
now.
what life is like for the engines on the other railway.
Oliver did the right thing to run all the way here. If only this manager would see things in the same light. Now, Edward, I still need to get up to Kildane, if you please. I believe you have a goods heading that way.
Yes, sir. Climb aboard. Oh, and sir, this manager, you don't think now that you've refused he'll take matters into his own hands? As in, take things too far?
Yeah!
I doubt that's likely. After that interrogation...
No, I'm sorry! He should be trying to protect Oliver! What are you doing?
Police not going to plan, he'll more than likely give up. What's the worst he can do? I'm
He
not
could
killing Oliver,
kidnap
and that's
Oliver,
fine.
you idiot! Oh, he's gonna kidnap Oliver!
Sir Topham
He's
Hatt
gonna
made up his
steal
mind, and so had the
Oliver!
manager. It was clear he would not be able to reclaim Oliver no matter what.
There has got to be another way. Just think of all the money I'll get for scrapping that worthless load of junk. If only I could.
Are you speaking to me, or are you talking to yourself, sir?
Oh, thank goodness. An up-to-date engine. About time too.
You seem a bit deluded, sir. May I ask what you're talking about?
Something you might be interested in. One of my engines has taken refuge here. and I'm trying to take him back, as well as a brake van and a coach too. I'm in need of money, you see, and 40 tons may go down well with the breaker's yard.
An iron kettle, is it? Oh, I take back what I said then. Can I help you out? I'd like to show you this railway thing or two about revolutionizing.
There'll be no need for help if I can think of how I can get him back to my territory.
But then just steal him. Can't be that hard.
I don't know which island you think you're on, but you can't just steal a steam engine from this railway without anyone realizing.
Not all the way from the kettle sheds at Tidmouth, no. But get an open opportunity when the steam ports are the other end of the island, we can slip him across to the mainland with ease.
Seems plausible enough, but even then, there'll still be engines and railway workers scattered everywhere. How would we take an engine before their eyes?
Oh, all in good time. You leave it to me. I'll take it over from here. I've got a friend that might be able to help.
I'm hating this! I hate this! Is no one gonna think of protecting Oliver? I hate this!
Early next morning, Oliver chuffed joyfully down the Little Western, telling
Oliver
Toad the brake van
needs to
all
go into
about his
hiding!
scrapyard escape a few years before.
I hate this! I really hate
Oliver
this!
never tired of telling the story, because he thought it was the most adventurous night any engine had ever faced. Toad, however, longed for a new story. They arrived at the shunting yard, where Oliver left Toad in search for his next train.
Bye, Toad. See you later. Nice talking to you.
Every now and then, some
You
of the
should've
smaller
brought
engines
Toad
are allowed
with
on the
you!
main line to do various jobs like lend a hand with local trains or act as a banker for the steep inclines.
I hate this! We're not even halfway! What's going on? Oliver!
Today, however, Oliver had been sent to Vickerstown with a trail of coaches that were due to be put in storage. He had stopped at a signal at Wellsworth. He found Edward ready to move off.
Morning, Edward. How's life in your branch line?
As busy as ever, the docks are getting overcrowded with ships and trucks.
Is no one gonna
Bill and
tell
Ben aren't
Oliver?
much help.
I'm
Bill
sorry,
and Ben?
why has no one told him?
Who'd they be?
A pair of industrial twins who love to cause trouble. That's who. Some engines say I'm the only engine that can keep them in order.
They can't be that difficult. I'm sure I could tend to them.
You're young yet, Oliver. You've no idea what Bill and Ben are like. More trouble than useful. You just keep focused and head on your way. Your signal's clear. Oh, and I'd watch out for anything suspicious if I were you. Surprises come in all shapes and sizes.
Suspicious? What in the name of Swindon is he on about? It can't be that hard to babysit a couple of engines.
No, it's not
Everybody
that,
underestimate me
Oliver!
around
You're
here. I can look at...
Oliver is not that bright! I'm sorry! Well, nobody has told him really what's going on. I mean, I'm sorry. I think Sir Topham Hatt is not being smart about this. He should be protecting his engine and letting the police know. Oh my goodness! I'm
After
sorry!
myself.
Unbeknownst to Oliver, he'd be regretting those words within time.
I hate this! I literally hate this right now because I don't know what's about to happen!
After steaming gallantly down the main line, past Crowman's Gate Works and on into Henry's Tunnel, he was making good time and running fast. Not as fast, however, as a pair of large diesels.
Oh,
which
no!
roared past him with a furious hoot and a growl.
Well, that was a bit rude. Especially for two engines
Oliver,
I've never
run,
even met
run,
before.
run!
Within long, the diesels growled into Vickerstown Yard, where the remains of the original engine sheds lay derelict and drowned in years of overgrowth and neglection.
Tell me they're not getting
The manager stepped down from the cab.
Excellent. We'll take our plan here. Quite the coincidence that the little green moneymaker was rostered up here today. You two saw him pass? How could I miss? Each steam engine I see is a pain in my eye. The sooner they go, the better I'll feel.
So what's the plan? How are we going to get the engine away from its crew?
Okay, so one of you will be hiding in the sheds here when they arrive. The other will be in the sidings opposite the turntable. I'll dress up as a fireman and take the engine onto the turntable. where you two will trap him and take him away. Got it?
Ah, brilliant. The little rat won't know what hit him.
I hope Oliver isn't smart and runs away! Oh, Oliver! No. I can't look!
Oliver arrived at Vickerstown and marshaled his coaches to where they were needed.
No! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! I can't
He
look!
then planned to refill with water and coal before heading back bunker first with a train of coal for the Skarloey Railway.
Oliver, get out of there!
He was having a drink at the water column when the fireman walked up.
Excuse me? You're wanted at the station. I've been told to take your engine onto the turntable before you go for testing purposes.
Seems slightly strange that we weren't informed about this before, but okay. Orders are orders.
With that, the foolish engine crew strolled off to the booking office, while the manager was reunited with his ex-property.
Right then, Oliver, let's get you onto the turntable.
Whatever you say, sir. Wait, how do you know my name?
Oh, a bit of common knowledge, that's all.
Common knowledge? What's not common is what's happening right now. Why are we testing a turntable that hasn't been used for years? Our sheds are a tidbit now.
Not
I
sure.
can't look!
Mind
I'm
you,
sorry, I
if
can't
it's not
look!
used anymore, I'd have a good mind to take it back as well. Add a bit more value to my scrap paycheck.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? You've completely lost me.
You're going to be more lost than you think. Take him, lads.
Oliver!
The two diesels buffered up to Oliver as planned and quickly led him out of the yards before any rail workers could suspect anything was wrong. By the time they reached the mainland, they were running fast and heading for home. Poor Oliver hadn't a clue what was happening.
This is mutiny, you hear? Take me back immediately. You can't just take me away from my railway.
Oh, but it's not your railway, is it, Oliver? You made a run for it after you were taken out of service, and now you're finally coming back to your own rails.
It was far past midnight by the time they reached the sheds, which
Wait a minute. Toad is still back on the island. Toad is gonna know something's up. They think their plan is gonna work, but Toad is still on the mainland. I mean, on the mainland on Sodor. So technically he'll know that something's wrong, and he'll tell Sir Top Matt and the others.
Rise was still standing, but was diesel.
I stand by what I say. I hate this.
Quietly beneath them compared to the steam he'd been used to. It was only a small station, tucked far away from the bustling towns and cities. An unlikely place to find a kidnapped steam engine so far from home.
Oliver! Without his driver and fireman, he's never gonna get out of there!
The two huge diesels left Oliver amongst the diesels in the shed, and left for the main line.
Bye-bye, Oliver.
It was nice knowing you. Better knowing you're gone, though.
Poor Oliver! Oliver! At least Toad's okay, but maybe Toad will figure out something's wrong! I know that Toad's gonna figure out something's
Next morning,
wrong!
in the safety of Sodor, the Fat Controller was walking to his office
Please tell me
when
someone's
the
noticed.
station
Please
master
tell
came
me I'm
running
right.
up to him.
Excuse me, sir. I've received some bad news. Number 11 has disappeared. Didn't return last night to the sheds.
Disappeared? Impossible. Have you checked the main line yet?
No, sir.
Jock's branch line?
No, sir, but I...
Thomas's branch line?
Well, no.
Edward's branch line?
Sir,
Cook Ronin, Normanby, Skarloey, Cody Fell, all these places you haven't seen to yet.
Sir, please. We can't investigate anything without your approval. We've spoken to the engine crew, and they reported back their engine was last seen at Vickerstown sheds, and failed to make its return run after it was used to inspect the turntable there.
Well, that sounds realistic. You know what the answer is, don't you?
Not really, sir. I'm only a station master.
Get an engine down there and start investigating what's happened.
There's only Thomas, sir. He's booked off for today's duties.
He'll have to do. Send him down to Vickerstown at once.
Oh, how has nobody figuring this out? You think
Oliver
Toad...
awoke, still in great confusion. He wanted to run away and escape as he had before, but without any steam there was little hope of it. It wasn't long before the manager came strolling up.
Morning 1436. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise. It'll be the last one you'll ever see.
You bitter criminal! Who are you to deprive me of my rails?
Unfortunately, it all too suddenly dawned upon Oliver.
That's it. No wonder I recognize your voice. I know exactly who you are. If you have the decency to be called sir, then I'll ask, why have you taken me back to my old branch?
Just good business, my old friend. I was going to send you to a proper scrapyard, but if word gets out, it won't do me much good. I've got the stuff here ready for me to cut you up myself.
How dare you? After all I've done for you, loyally shifted passengers and goods up and down these rails day in and day out, and after all that you were so cruel you want to make sure I'm gone for this earth once and for all? How could you think such a thing?
Money drives my feelings, Oliver. I don't really care if an era of transportation is wiped out. It's life. Besides, it's so much more efficient without you 18th century coal beasts chartering up and down the line and covering the sky with ash and soot.
There's more to a steam engine than just moving economy and business. Look closer and you'll see we're living things. We feel pain, we feel joy, we are living.
For the sake of the world, will you just shut up? Don't make me want to rid you even more. I am a living thing. I live, and I go through the processes of survival of the fittest. Got it?
Living things of kind souls.
Don't make this a sappy little heroic story. I'm cutting you up myself, and that's that. Decision made.
Sir, we can't just cut him up here and now. The steam excursion with the railway enthusiasts is coming in soon. If they see us cutting up a steam engine, they'll spread the word.
Oh, for
Pretty
hell's
much.
sake. There's always something wrong, isn't there? Fine, what do you suppose we do?
Paint him up in BR colors. If anyone sees, they'll think he's been here all along.
Good idea. Consider yourself lucky, kid. You've got another hour or two before the end of the line. Pun intended. It's a laughable matter.
Oliver sighed. At least he have some time before his fate.
I'm hoping... What about Toad? Why has nobody talked to Toad?
Once he was repainted into his BR
Okay, I'm starting to think this was done on a computer, like, cause the way it's moving, it's kind of like a Roblox game. I'm seeing this like a Roblox game where it's like moving around.
colours, the sight of steam came puffing through the landscape.
Who's that?
A great western engine, much larger than he was, proudly steamed into the platform.
What the heck?
Oliver was stunned.
Cinders and ashes. William!
Oliver?
Wait, Oliver knows him? Again, has nobody talked to Toad? Why has nobody talked to Toad? Sorry for my reaction with this YouTube channel, with this YouTube video, guys. So far, I am not liking it. I hate this Green Ninja Lloyd. Why? Why did you recommend this? Like, so far, I am hating it. Oliver's about to be scrapped and... Oh! Green Ninja Lloyd, I love your recommendations, though. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm not saying I hate your recommendations. I'm not. Please understand that. It's just, oh, why would you recommend this? It's driving me nuts. And I'm still confused why no one has talked to Toad. Sorry about my reaction, though. Me freaking out and screaming. It's how I react to videos like these ones. So, sorry, but that's who I am. But Green Ninja Lloyd, love your recommendations. Not really fond of this one, but we'll see where it goes. It's almost over, and we're still not gonna find out until Toad gets rescued! And Oliver gets
but had
rescued.
come to no luck. At last he had to retreat, and stumbled into Wellsworth for a drink,
How has he not figured it out?
where Edward was pulling in with the Fat Controller on board his train.
Any luck, Choggers?
No, sir. No sign of him. I don't understand where he could have been taken to.
Excuse me, sir, but what's happened?
Oliver's gone missing. Never returned from Vickerstown last night.
Well, I'm not surprised. Surely you've already assumed that the manager has got something to do with it.
Yes.
No, he did not! He is such a liar! He did not think of that!
He's behind this. You were right, Edward. We should have been more alert to this manager taking matters into his own hands.
He told
More to
you!
the present question. How are we going to get Oliver back?
Are you actually planning to get him back, sir?
Well, of course I am. He's part of our fleet. I'm not going to let him just be taken without a fight.
Well, I don't know. Oliver is quite an arrogant engine, and we don't need another tank engine with the number 1 on their bunker anyway, do we? Besides, you're not much of a fighter.
Thomas, how could you say such a thing? Anyway, sir, I think we're going to need help finding out where he's been taken.
You don't say. My bet is he's at his old branch line on the manager's own metals. But who'd be able to tell us where that is?
What about Doc?
Oliver's old branch. Of course I know where that is. Oliver doesn't stop.
Okay, I was just assuming. I was just teasing. I didn't think Duck actually knew where his line was. I was just kidding around. I didn't think Duck actually knew.
Thinking about it.
Excellent. Edward, Jack, you two are coming with me. We're going to get Oliver back at all costs. He must be feeling terrible.
Oliver's feeling
But
excited.
they're running out of
William
time.
was his old friend, who'd worked alongside him on the branch before it was dieselized. They chatted long and loud about their Great Western pride, much to the Diesel's dislike.
Yes, I've been preserved on a heritage railway. It's great fun. I get to go out on the main line sometimes, too.
So do I.
You do? What are you doing here, then?
That's a long story to tell. In short, our old manager has taken me back here to be cut up. I really live on the island of Sodor. I need to get out of here within the next hour or else I'm done for.
Why didn't you tell me before? Come on, we've got to get you out of here.
William's fireman began lighting Oliver's firebox.
Okay, I was not. Okay, maybe now this isn't so bad. I'm liking this.
And pressure didn't take long to build up. Just as hope seemed to be shining brightly, there stood the
Well, well, well. Trying to get away once more, are we? That's all I need. I won't be able to cut you up until your boiler's cold. Any more plans you've got in your smoke box?
As it happened, 2 brightly coloured steam engines charged into the yards, which had not seen so many steam engines in years.
You're in trouble now!
I'd like to escape if you don't mind, actually.
What? Topham? How on earth did you get here?
That's besides your point. I'm here to free my engine.
Sounds like a good plan, but there's one thing stopping you. Even if you take him back now, I can just call the authorities again. On home territory, they're even more likely to see you've illegally acquired him.
That's where you're wrong. We stopped by the scrapyards you sold Oliver to and legally bought him as it happens. He's our property.
It was all too terrible. The manager could defend himself no more. He would have to give in and let Oliver free, which would be a very pathetic thing to do.
He's not going to give him up. He's not going to give him
You're not
up.
taking him back. I need the money from all this scrap metal, and none of you lot are going to take it.
The deluded man jumped to Oliver's cab and
no!
opened the regulator. Oliver, who now had a good head of fire, couldn't stop himself from being driven out of the shed.
Oliver!
Where the blazes is he going?
He's got nowhere to go other than the police station.
Well, don't just stand there, you two. After them!
You fool! Surely you know you can't get away with this now?
It's worth a chance, kid. I need money. I'm broken, man.
So I can see. Wait, slow down.
The thing's... This money is a corrupt thing. I'm sorry. If anything, this teaches us that money is the root of all evil. This guy's so desperate for money. This is nuts.
The signalman at the next station had been informed about the incident
Woo!
and had switched Oliver onto the turntable.
Woo!
Oliver screeched into the yards as the manager braked hard.
He has nowhere to
Just in
go!
front of the buffers, upon the turntable, which the manager jumped down to try and turn.
Please tell me they catch him. Yes! Yes!
What's he doing now?
You've nowhere to escape. Give it up, now!
What happened next surprised everyone.
Oh no! Oliver!
The insane manager led Oliver over a field and across a road.
Oh no!
Ow! Hey, you do realize I need tracks to run on, right? I'm not a road vehicle.
Until they slammed head-on into a large old tree.
Oh! Is he okay?
Bust my buffers. Stopped at last.
Within a moment, police officers swarmed in and led the villain away.
You can't get away with this. That's my engine. Mine. I'll call the police if you don't hand him back.
Oh, go on, sir. You're probably drunk. You've already been found to be under the influence of drugs, and the police are here arresting you.
It took the whole of the afternoon to reroll Oliver and journey back to Sodor.
Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, yes! Oh, he's gonna be okay!
Unbelievingly, barely any damage was done to his buffer beam, and he was still in good working order.
Hey, calm down. That documentary should have never been
just
made.
In case, Sir Topham Hatt was keen to send him on a trial trip.
I'm sure you want to rest after all that has happened today.
Duh!
I want you to run up to the shunting yards just to make sure nothing's wrong.
Yes, sir. And thank you for coming to rescue me.
I couldn't have left you in the hands of that freak, Oliver. Besides, you're part of the family now, and these rails are your own. Anyway, you best be off while the track's clear.
Yes, sir.
Is that it? Yeah, what about Toad? Did he find out what happened?
Thanks for your help today, Toad.
And thank you very much, sir.
So wait,
Call me James.
Toad had no idea what happened?
Hello, Mr. Oliver.
Hello, Toad. You'll never believe what happened to me today. Let me tell you all about it.
Uniform away on hanger
Actually,
and put in
Oliver,
closet.
I think that you should ask Toad about the adventure that he had today.
What?
You, Toad. You had an adventure.
Well, yes, as it happens. It all started when I was coupled to Mr. James, and he started to go a bit fast. By the time we reached Gordonsville, we were going so fast my wheels were shaking.
Well, that doesn't sound like much of an adventure, Toad.
But that's not all. That's when we saw a branch had fallen
Really?
on the line.
No.
Yes.
Really?
And the thing was, we were going so fast,
Actually, you know what, Toad? I couldn't care less what you did today. I'm just going to go now, okay?
But wait, there's 2 saddle tank engines over there who would love to hear all about your adventures.
Oh, really? Well, I mustn't disappoint a crowd. I'll go tell them what I did today.
So Toad just did not care? So wait, Toad had no idea what happened? And that was just mean! I'm starting to not like Oliver anymore.
Oh, look, Bill, it's Oliver. Yes, he's famous. Mr. Oliver, how did you escape from the scrapyard?
Well,
Did it take you a long time? Were you frightened?
Oh,
I bet you wanted to follow the track so fit.
I see what Toad did.
Can't say I didn't warn him.
Toad gave him a taste of his own medicine. That was clever. Oh, that was awesome! You know what? I know I said at the beginning I hated it because the old manager was looking for him, but Green Ninja Lloyd, that was an awesome video. This shows us 2 things. One, like, I can't even say it. This was a roller coaster for me. Green Ninja Lloyd, thank you for the recommendation. I take back what I said, where I said, why'd you recommend this? Like, I was so scared that Oliver was actually going to be scrapped. I was scared that he was actually going to be scrapped. Oh, Green Ninja Lloyd, love it, guys. Go follow Green Ninja Lloyd. He is awesome. And please continue sending me recommendations, Green Ninja Lloyd. Yeah, it was awesome. See you all in the next video, everybody.